Hey guys, welcome back for another Shane Gillis video. My fave.
This is why I let her do the intro, because I knew her excitement would be resonating right into the microphone.
I'm already giggling before we even start the video.
She was so happy. This was the one she was looking to. Before we started doing our videos today, we've got a few on the menu, and I said, which one are you looking forward to the most? And it was the Shane Gillis stand-up monologue from Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
Brand new Shane Gillis. We know that he got fired from Saturday Night Live way back when.
Yeah.
And now he's making his return. And probably contrary to what the woke audience would want to see. I don't even actually know the particular incident which got him fired from SNL. I think he just made some jokes about stuff that they didn't appreciate. And so anyway, he's back.
He can push the boundary a little bit, so.
He's back. He's brought Bud Light back to life, signed with them as an endorsement, and after their whole debacle. And so I'm interested.
They were tanking south there for a while.
Yeah. So I'm interested to hear what Shane Gillis is going to do on SNL in his return. I wonder if the SNL execs were kind of a little bit on edge about what Shane would do.
Him coming back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's find out.
Well, before we get started, you had mentioned that you love Shane Gillis, right?
I do.
And we've done quite a few of them thus far. Do you have a favorite that we've done that you could pull? Because it's hard, right? We've loved every single one.
Oh, they're all so good.
We've done Special Olympics. We've done the one where he talks about ISIS. We've done
Beautiful Dogs.
I'm
saying that's from Beautiful Dogs, isn't it?
We've done the Trump versus Biden one. We've done the Trump speed dating. We've done the Australian one.
Oh my God, they're all so good.
And we also have already done why white people like country music. I think that was the last one.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know if that's the name.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Too.
That's so. Anyways, we're probably gonna upload this one first before we do the country music, country songs, whatever.
Yeah.
That bit from him. So just so you know, if we release that one later, we wanted to get this one up sooner, right? Because this is newer. But anyway, sorry, I was asking you a question. I didn't let you finish. What is your answer?
I don't know, because they're all so good. I think I really like Trump speed dating just because it's not stand up. Like it's so
so let's remove that.
So in character that it's just like so cool to see him be so in character.
Yeah.
So removing that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Pick one. We don't have all day, Samantha.
I think the Special Olympics one. That was the first one. That was the first one we did, and I just could not stop laughing.
I might edit out the length of that pause. It was a long time.
I don't know, man.
She had to think. So anyways,
they're all
Special
so good.
Olympics. Just
They're
leave it
all
at
so
that. It was my fault. I asked the question. Sorry,
What's
guys.
your favorite?
It doesn't matter what my favorite is.
Why do I have to answer the question?
Trump versus Biden is my favorite. Yes, that's easy for me. No problems.
All right. Anyways, onwards with the conversation.
Let's find out what the new Shane Gillis stand-up monologue from Saturday Night Live is all about.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shane Gillis.
Thank you very much. I'm here. Most of you probably have no idea who I am. I was fired from this show a while ago, but don't look that up, please. If you don't know who I am, please don't Google that. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. I don't know. I probably shouldn't be up here, honestly. I should be home. I should be a high school football coach. That's what I should be. Like, God molded me perfectly to be a high school football coach / ninth grade sex education teacher. But that is what I want to be. That is, I can feel it. It's in there. It's like my true calling. And you feel, I can feel it. I'm getting older. It's passing me by. You know, like my biological clock is ticking on this stream. You know how like when a woman's biological clock is ticking, she sees like a baby in a stroller and is like, oh my God, your baby. Like that's how I am if I see like a big 15-year-old. I'm like, oh my God, look at the size of that kid. With the right coaching, that kid could be something special, I'm telling you right now. I come from a long line of coaches in my family. My father is actually a volunteer assistant girls high school basketball coach. He's actually here right now. Can you get him on there? Yeah. There he is. There's my dad, the volunteer assistant girls high school basketball coach. I thought it was funny. All right. You don't think that's funny to bring my dad here to make fun of him for being a girls' high school basketball coach? All right. I thought it was great. Never mind. Thought that was going to be a big hit here. Now my mom's up there with him. My mom, I'm not going to...
Do you get the vibe he's a little bit nervous?
Yeah. He seems a little bit like
yeah,
shaky.
it's interesting. I've never really seen him, a little bit hesitant, it feels like.
I mean, I feel like he's always a little bit like, it's just part of his personality. He's like a little bit awkward, kind of like he has awkward pauses and stuff.
Yeah,
but this is almost like
about
extra. Like,
yeah, but I feel like he's like almost unsure of what he's saying in this one,
like,
and whether
how is this going to
people
land?
are going to resonate with it or not. Because maybe it's a different crowd than what he's accustomed to at SNL, or maybe he's like worried that SNL is going to screw him and
again?
make him bomb or something by like putting all these people in the audience that don't laugh at his jokes.
True.
I don't know, because
you can tell he's kind of like, how's this going to land?
Yeah, and that's my initial thought. I was just, after our conversation about his firing from SNL and he's back now, I kind of get that vibe. Like he's opening his monologue here, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, I think he's got other skits right on SNL that he does the monologue and then they do performances on the show after that. I'm not really that familiar with SNL, but you guys can let us know if there's other Shane Gillis clips that we should check out. But that was the initial vibe that I got. You kind of agree with that?
Yeah,
all right,
for
let's
sure.
keep it going. See if he opens up a little bit.
I need to bring my dad here to make fun of him for being a girls' high school basketball coach. All right. I thought it was great. Never mind. Thought that was going to be a big hit here.
A big hit.
Now my mom's up there with him. My mom, I'm not going to make fun of you. My mom asked me this a lot, and it's kind of an intense question. My mom asked me, she's like, when did we stop being best friends? And she's right. We used to be best friends. You remember that when you were a little boy and you loved your mom and you thought she was the cool. You remember when you were gay? You remember when you were just a gay little boy? Every little boy is just their mom's gay best friend. There's literally zero difference. I was gay for my mom. She would pick me up from school. I'd hop in the van. I'd be like, girl, tell me about your day. I thought she was cool. I would listen to her music. I'd be like, bam, bam, ba-dam, bam, bam, bam. Let's go, girls. I would dance for her. She'd be like, look at my little dancer. But my mom asked me when we stopped being best friends, and I don't have the heart to tell her because, like most men, I know exactly when me and my mom stopped being friends. It was the first time I whacked off. All right. Because before that, you're like, oh, where's my mom? I love my mom. She's so cool. One nut, you're like, when's that bitch gonna leave the house? I have so much business to attend to. All
right. Shane got her again.
I have so much business to attend.
And then it's the way he does it. I have business to attend to.
Oh, so aggressive. When's that bitch gonna leave the house? Was that what you used to think?
No, I don't think I had that.
So you could attend to your business.
No, I was a teenage boy at one point, but
raging hormones.
Yeah, but it seems like this is the Shane Gillis that we're accustomed to now.
Yeah.
He's got into the zone.
He needed a little warm up, just a warm up.
Oh, that was good. Let's rewind it and check it out again.
Because before that, you're like, oh, where's my mom? I love my mom. She's so cool. One nut, you're like, when's that bitch gonna leave the house? I have so much business to attend to. All right. I hope I could say those words on TV. Anyway, my whole family's here, so I'll talk about them instead of anything else. Talk about my family. I'll tell you this. I don't know if you guys, if you can tell by looking at me, but I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. It nicked me. It's funny. It's funny. Look, I don't have any material that can be on TV, all right? I'm trying my best. Also, this place is extremely well lit. I can see everyone not enjoying it. This is, just the most nervous I've ever been. Don't clap now. Shut up. No, I brought up.
That's so funny that he said that.
Because he just said that.
And I don't mean he could just be playing off it, but it does seem like he's being almost seems like he's freestyling and going with the flow on some of it.
Try to pick up to see what people are responding to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's improvising some of this and he's like actually saying what he's thinking at the moment, or if this is just part of the sketch. But
yeah, maybe.
Look, I don't have any material that can be on TV, all right? I'm trying my best. Also, this place is extremely well lit. I can see everyone not enjoying it. This is, just the most nervous I've ever been. Don't clap now. Shut up. No, I brought up Down syndrome. You can always tell who's never been around Down syndrome when you bring it up. Like if I tell people, if I'm like, yeah, I have family members with Down syndrome, people that have never been around it are always like, oh. Like it's the end of the world. Like, oh, are they okay? Are they doing? It's like they're doing better than everybody I know. They're the only ones having a good time pretty consistently. They're not worried about the election. They're having a good time. My niece has Down syndrome, and I thought that was going to get a bigger laugh. I thought we were allowed to have fun here. But no, my niece has Down syndrome. It's a funny thing that happens when someone in your family has Down syndrome. It goes, my sister was pregnant, everybody was like very, very scared. And then once they come into your life, you realize that's easily the only good member of your entire family. It's crazy. And then your family gets like too proud. Like now, every single day in my family's group text, it's just pictures of my niece. And every day, somebody else in my family comments, she looks exactly like Uncle Shane. And I would be like, yeah, I see it a little. And there's no denying it. She does. She looks like me with bangs. Just happy. But my niece's mother, she didn't know she could get pregnant, so she foster cared and then adopted 3 black kids, and then she finally got pregnant, and now she has a kid with Down syndrome, and her husband is from Egypt. He's an Arab guy. You go over to their house, it's like getting in the craziest Uber pool you've ever been. It's crazy. Like, how did you guys meet? This is... But there's something, I don't know, my niece, one day, I'm not saying it's like something I'm looking forward to, but I think it'll be a nice thing for the whole country. I would say when my niece is probably in like 5th, 6th grade, out at recess, and some white kids out there like, hey, you're not allowed to play with us, you're retarded. And then 3 black kids come flying out of nowhere, just start wailing on that cracker. Everyone's gonna be like, oh! It's like a nice moment.
A nice moment.
Said cracker. No, my family and I, we opened a coffee shop in my hometown for people with Down syndrome to work at, and it's going. Don't clap. I didn't do it for the claps. I did it. It's going exactly how you'd think it would go. It's doing well, actually. Line around the corner every day. Not because there's like a ton of people going, but service is. Everyone's getting apple juice. We don't know how to fix that problem. There's one thing you know. There's one thing you notice though when you work with these guys, and it's funny. There's 0 difference between us and them, and especially at work, there's no difference. Every day these dudes show up to work just. And you're like, what's your problem, dude? They're like, I hate this job so much. All right, hey, we've got a great show for you tonight. 21 Savage is here, so stick around. We'll be right back.
21
21
Savage.
Savage. Shane's controversial, but 21 Savage, no problems with that.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting the content that he used, right? Because he kind of played to both sides in some respects of, obviously some people are going to get triggered with the Down syndrome comments and that reminded me of the Special Olympics one that we did. Obviously he's talked about that before, right? Then he kind of balances it with making fun of himself, as he always does in such a fantastic fashion, and then kind of balance it even more with some inclusiveness of, including everybody all together from the family that he was talking about, which is in his family. And, how everybody can kind of all get along. So it was interesting how he, tried to, I think, please everybody, but make it unpleasing for everybody at the same time and trigger everybody. So, it was cool. I think he did a good job. I think, he was probably trying to toe the line as to, like he was saying in there, what he could and couldn't say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No jokes that I can say on TV.
I don't know what the reception's been regarding the content that he released in this one and the other stuff, but I enjoyed it. I don't think it was his funniest thing that I've listened to. I think, like I said, it might have been improvised in some bits, and that's why, he's probably refined his stand-up material a little bit more, but I still really enjoyed it. There's never been anything that we've done from Shane where I haven't been entertained the whole way through.
No, you saw me. I was like crying when he was talking.
He always gets one out of us, at least.
With your mom. I know. Even the special needs stuff, right? Like, I mean, obviously he's like cracking some jokes, but everything that he said in there, like, I don't really think it was offensive. Like, he was saying that, special needs people, especially he's talking about Down syndrome, that they're always just like so full of life and happy-go-lucky and love it. And every single person I've ever met with Down syndrome is exactly like that. Like, we used to work with a man who had Down syndrome, and he was awesome. One of my closest friends has a son who has Down syndrome. He's like the sweetest little boy ever. He's just always like a giant grin plastered on his face. So, like, I think if anything, people get offended at that. I think it's a little bit silly. But. Yeah,
of course. That's, I think, the point, right? Is that people shouldn't get offended by it, because he's not, making derogatory comments in any way. He's just taking a subject that people find touchy in some respects, which they should, people will say, oh, you shouldn't even talk about it at all. You should, you just treat everybody the same. We don't even need to highlight it. That it reminds me of that George Carlin bit when he was talking about language, soft language, I think it was that we did. And it's like, oh, you can say this, but you can't say that. It's like, you can't highlight the truth in the matter, but try to find the best out of it, right?
Yeah, well, even like he was saying, right, when he mentions he has a niece who is Down syndrome, people are like, oh, right? Like, it's this big, like, oh, what? Like, oh, I'm scared to talk about it type thing, right? When he was saying, right, it's his family's whole group chat. Like, everybody just loves her. She's like the highlight of the family.
And that's, that's what community's all about anyways, right? So I enjoyed it from Shane Gillis. Let us know, though, about his other stuff from SNL. Probably going to check that out. I mean, we'll get some guidance from you guys for sure. But I would like to check out as much Shane Gillis as I possibly can.
Love him.
Because he, I think, is my favorite comedian at the moment.
Yeah, he's great. Like, both thumbs up for me.
Well, that makes 2 of us. Hopefully that makes 3 of us in you, or anybody else that you might be watching with as well. And if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button down below. Hit the comments, let us know. And make sure you come back soon. Check out our next video. We do 2 every single day.